definitely a lot of emotions and thoughts that flow through my mind. I think that everything for me is so fresh that I don't know what I need and what I'm going to do. That's no hanging my hat on one team or another, but I think it's specifically for me. I got to be selfish about that process.
7 years, 2 All-Star selections, and a franchise record streak of 20-plus point games. Kelsey Mitchell has been the heart of the Indiana Fever through the lows and the highs. In 2024, she became the perfect backcourt partner for Caitlin Clark, shattering records together and being dubbed the WNBA Splash Sisters. But now, she's considering leaving it all behind. In a shocking twist, Mitchell's free agency decision could reshape the Indiana Fever and WNBA landscape. In this video, we'll explore Kelsey Mitchell's free agency, the hints she's been dropping, and her potential options. We'll also rewind to see how she went from being a star in a basement-dwelling team prior to 2024 to a free agent ready to shake up the league.
The number 2 pick of the 2018 draft, and you know that she's one of the best players at the pro level. Kelsey
Mitchell's impact on the Fever is undeniable. She's been their scoring machine, averaging an impressive 19.2 points per game in the latest season, a similar average with their superstar point guard Caitlin Clark. But her influence goes beyond the court. She's a leader, recognized with the Dawn Staley Leadership Award in 2023 for her off-court efforts. The Fever without Mitchell? It's hard to imagine. So why would she leave? What's pushing her to consider other options? The stakes are high, not just for Mitchell's career, but for the future of the Fever. How did we get here? Before we break it down, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready? Let's go.
Mitchell is cooking here in the second quarter. Kick out Mitchell, straightaway 3, book it.
Mitchell's free agency isn't just about choosing a team. It's about redefining her legacy. With the Fever on the cusp of greatness, her decision carries the weight of 7 years of struggles and triumphs. What factors are truly driving her choice? And can Indiana convince her to stay? The financial landscape of Mitchell's free agency is complex. The Fever have the option to core her, offering a 1-year supermax deal of about $242,000. But is that enough to keep a player of Mitchell's caliber? While this would be one of the best offers she can get on the open market, she may be looking for other things outside of pay, such as number of years, contract flexibility, or even team location.
I think it's specifically for me. I got to be selfish about that process. And when I know, you'll know. So we'll see.
Money isn't everything. And Mitchell's decision goes deeper than just the numbers on a contract. Her recent Instagram post gives us a glimpse into her emotional state. I got low, shedded tears nobody saw, got my back dirty just to make it, threw all my cards on the table, trusted God to save myself, guaranteed my best, willing and able, forever dying on my own sword. These words paint a picture of a player who's been through the ringer. They hint at unseen struggles, personal sacrifices, and a deep commitment to her craft, but they also suggest a desire for change, for something more. Could this be the driving force behind her considering other options? The impact of Mitchell's decision extends far beyond her own career. It's a pivotal moment for the Fever franchise. General manager Lynn Dunn didn't mince words when she said, "She's been a staple here, and we want her here." This isn't just about keeping a great player, it's about maintaining the momentum the team has built.
If you are a fan of the Fever and you think the Fever, for any reason the Fever should not pay her a max contract and every cent of the max, you are crazy, and I mean that.
Think about it. The Fever just made the playoffs for the first time since 2016. They've finally tasted success after years of rebuilding. Mitchell and Clark have formed a backcourt duo that's not just effective, but electric. They're breaking records, lighting up scoreboards, and giving Fever fans something to cheer about, packing arenas on a nightly basis. Now imagine that partnership dissolving just as it's hitting its stride. It's no wonder fans are nervous. The prospect of Mitchell leaving has sent shockwaves through the Fever faithful. They've endured the lean years. And now, just as things are looking up, one of their all-stars might walk away. But let's not forget the human element in all this. Mitchell isn't just a player on a stat sheet. She's a leader, a teammate, a presence both on and off the court. Her connection with Clark, Boston, and Hull goes beyond just playing well together. They've formed a core that could be the foundation of something special in Indiana. A Fab Four, as we always call them in this channel.
If I'm Indiana, 1 year, every cent of the max contract, she'll be happy out with that.
So what's really at stake here? For Mitchell, it's about finding the right balance between personal growth, financial security, and team success. For the Fever, it's about securing their future and building on the progress they've made. And for the fans, it's about holding on to hope that their team can become a perennial contender. The next few weeks will be crucial. Will the Fever open up the bank and make Mitchell an offer she can't refuse? Will another team swoop in with a more enticing package? Or will Mitchell decide that the best place for her, both professionally and personally, is right where she is? If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you. Now back to the action.
Kelsey Mitchell is, she's special, she's unique, she's one of the fastest players on the court all the time. You get her in any type of actions where it's her speed that's gonna get her open, you can scheme for it, she's gonna be able to get a touch.
While fans speculate about Mitchell's next move, they're missing a crucial piece of the puzzle. What recent event rocked Mitchell's world and could be the real reason she's considering leaving Indiana behind? Kelsey Mitchell's journey with the Indiana Fever hasn't been all glitter and gold. For 7 long years, she's been the beacon of hope on a team struggling to find its footing. The Fever's playoff drought, stretching from 2016 to 2023, cast a long shadow over Mitchell's early career. Imagine being a number 2 pick, a star player, night after night, giving your all, yet never tasting postseason success. One year got so low they only won 5 games. It's a weight that can wear down even the strongest spirits. But the challenges on the court pale in comparison to the personal tragedy that struck Mitchell in March 2024. Her father, Mark Mitchell, unexpectedly passed away at the age of 56. This loss shook Kelsey to her core, impacting her both emotionally and mentally throughout the season.
But ultimately, I got a legacy to uphold. I got a legacy to keep. And, that's my dad.
In her own words, Mitchell revealed the depth of her struggle. I didn't know how I was going to get through this year. I relied on my dad for everything. Not having that voice, not having that, sense of connection, physically and/or psychologically, that was tough. The absence of her father's guidance and support left a void that basketball alone couldn't fill. This personal loss, combined with years of professional frustration, has led Mitchell to a crossroads. As she approaches free agency, she's hinted at a desire to be selfish in her decision-making process. But what does that really mean? For Mitchell, being selfish might be about more than just chasing the biggest paycheck or the most prestigious team. It could be about finding a situation that allows her to heal, to rediscover her joy for the game, and to honor her father's memory in the best way she knows how, by playing her heart out on the court.
Focus for 40 minutes and compete, not for myself, but the Fever, but ultimately, I got a lot to fight for.
The emotional toll of the past year is evident in Mitchell's reflections. It's definitely a lot of emotions and thoughts that flow through my mind. I think everything for me is so fresh. I don't know what I need and what I'm going to do. I gotta do what's best for me. These words paint a picture of a player grappling with more than just contract negotiations. They reveal a woman trying to find her footing in a world that suddenly feels off balance. Mitchell's potential departure from the Fever isn't just about basketball. It's about a human being at a pivotal moment in her life, weighing personal growth against professional stability. The decision to stay or go transcends the hardwood. It's about where she can best honor her father's legacy while carving out her own path forward. As fans and analysts dissect Mitchell's stats and speculate about her market value, it's crucial to remember the person behind the player. Her journey with the Fever has been marked by perseverance through losing seasons and individual accolades that couldn't quite mask team struggles. Now, as she stands on the brink of a major career decision, the weight of her past experiences and recent loss looms large.
If Caitlin Clark is Steph Curry, like people say, Kelsey Mitchell has to make a choice. She can either be the Steph Curry, she can either be the Klay Thompson to Caitlin Clark, Steph Curry, or she can be the Monte Ellis to Caitlin Clark, Steph Curry. And the ironic thing is that I want you to watch back on all of those games where Kelsey Mitchell was dropping 30 points. Tell me how many of them came off more than 3 dribbles.
The Indiana Fever's future hangs in the balance, but so does Kelsey Mitchell's peace. As she navigates this complex terrain of emotions, memories, and professional aspirations, one thing is clear: whatever decision she makes will be deeply personal, shaped by experiences both on and off the court. As Mitchell wrestled with personal loss and professional uncertainty, a spark ignited the Fever's future. Enter Caitlin Clark, the superstar sensation. But how did one player transform not just the team, but Mitchell's own trajectory? The answer lies in a partnership that would set the league on fire.
Banks it home. Clark pushing. Mitchell backdoor lays it in.
The arrival of Caitlin Clark to the Indiana Fever in 2024 wasn't just a draft pick, it was a game changer. Clark's explosive talent and court vision created a perfect complement to Mitchell's scoring prowess. Together, they formed a backcourt duo that quickly earned a nickname, the Splash Sisters. Their impact was immediate and undeniable. Post-Olympic break, both Clark and Mitchell found themselves among the top 3 scorers in the league. But it was Mitchell who truly caught fire, setting a franchise record with 7 consecutive games scoring over 20 points. This wasn't just good basketball, it was epic. And let's not forget Caitlin Clark's own historic season, smashing 62 records in her debut year. They became a record-setting duo that formed the best and most dangerous backcourt in the league.
Look at this. These are the top 3 scorers in the WNBA since the women brought home gold in the Olympics a few weeks ago. 2 of the members are of the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell.
The synergy between Clark and Mitchell elevated both their games. Suddenly, the veteran guard found herself with cleaner looks and open lanes to drive to the basket. Clark can deliver a pinpoint pass during a well-timed Mitchell cut. Kelsey's ability to penetrate and find her own shot has kept defenses honest, giving Clark the room to operate and not be double-teamed by the opposing team all the time. The result? A scoring explosion from both that had fans and analysts alike buzzing with excitement. Their partnership became the catalyst for a team-wide resurgence. The Fever, longtime residents of the WNBA's basement, surged to a 500 record, a significant improvement from the prior year. More importantly, they clinched a playoff berth for the first time since 2016. The drought was over, and hope had returned to Indiana. Christy Sides, the Fever's coach, couldn't contain her enthusiasm. "Man, they're special," she gushed, praising their ability to hit clutch shots and perform under pressure. It wasn't just their scoring that impressed Sides, it was their chemistry, their leadership, and their ability to make everyone around them better.
Confidence. Caitlin Clark, the C stands for confidence. To average 19 and 8 as a rookie is unbelievable. It's exceeding expectations. But then on top of that, to set the single season assist record in the WNBA in your first year as a pro, I mean, are you not entertained?
The impact of Clark's arrival extended beyond the court. Suddenly, Fever games became must-see events. Arenas filled up, TV ratings spiked, and social media buzzed with highlight reels of Clark to Mitchell connections. The energy around the team was electric, reminiscent of the Fever's championship days. For Mitchell, this resurgence came at a crucial time. After years of carrying the team through losing seasons, she finally had a partner who could share the load. The joy returned to her game, visible in every no-look pass and celebratory fist pump. It was as if Clark's arrival had reignited Mitchell's passion for the game, reminding her why she fell in love with basketball in the first place.
She is feeling it right now, Pat. I think they should keep on giving her the ball.
And then there's the bucket getter for Indiana, Kelsey Mitchell.
The Clark-Mitchell partnership also showcased the potential of the Fever's young core. Alongside Aaliyah Boston and Lexi Hull, they formed a Fab Four that had fans dreaming of championships. Each game revealed new dimensions to their collective game, hinting at a bright future for Indiana basketball. With the gravity that Clark and Mitchell had on offense, you'd find an open Lexi Hull sniping threes from the corner. In one season, she became the most accurate shooter from beyond the arc. And Aaliyah Boston, now defenses cannot double-team her, allowing her to get to work and set her own career bests in both points and rebounds. In fact, during the playoffs, Boston became the youngest player to ever achieve 15 points and 15 rebounds in a single night. As the season ended, the question on everyone's mind was, how far could the Splash Sisters take this team? They had already defied expectations, turning the Fever from league laughingstock to legitimate contenders. Kelsey Mitchell's journey with the Indiana Fever has been a roller coaster of highs and lows. Now, as free agency looms, she faces a pivotal decision that could reshape her career and the WNBA landscape. The Fever can offer her a supermax deal, but is money enough to keep her in Indiana? Mitchell's emotional Instagram post hinted at personal struggles and a desire for change. Her father's passing earlier this year adds another layer of complexity to her decision. Will she prioritize personal healing over team loyalty? Can the Fever convince her that staying is the best path forward? The stakes are high for both Mitchell and the Fever. Her partnership with Caitlin Clark has electrified fans and transformed the team's fortunes. But ultimately, Mitchell's decision will come down to what she believes is best for her future. both on and off the court. As the basketball world watches, one thing is certain: Mitchell's choice will send ripples through the league for years to come, and we're always here to support her. Let's give Kelsey some love in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.